DLR, I had my detail about the last night. But on the final day of my campaign, I want to thank my constituency for this grueling 45-day campaign after 45 days. It's time to thank our district for accepting. And sa ganda ng tanggap sa akin ng tao and with and how the survey shows that we are way ahead of my competitor. I would like to thank our beloved constituents na tinatangklik ng leadership.
You're so magnanimous. Kasi, I mean, ang dami nang ibinato sa'yo ng competitor.
Sobra.
Corruption, lahat-lahat binato na sa'yo. But you remain steadfast. You remain parang wala lang, hindi ka nagpapakit. I mean, how do you do it?
Well, if you know it's not true, it should not affect you at all. But you know, you have to explain to your constituents that the allegations that were thrown against, especially during the time of the elections, are just mere black propaganda. Because if it's really true, they should have thrown it to me years ago. Pero, you know, hindi mo malulokong tao. Any black propaganda thrown at any candidate during the campaign are talagang paninilan lang. So that's my position, and ako naman very steadfast na talagang it's not true the allegation. Everything is not, it won't even stand in the courts of law. So
are you aware that they're using mga influencers?
Yeah. Even one influencer. She's not even a member of NUJP. No?
Yung third yun? Kung babae?
Yes, yung babae. Well, it's her projection. That's the reason why I'm calling this conference because there must be someone who's stand. Kasi kung di ka tatayo, maaabuso like for example, all of your bloggers. And hindi naman lahat ng bloggers gano'n. Of course, number one, you have to be very careful when it comes to releasing statements against someone. Diba? Like Jordan and titular, hindi ka naman gano'n, diba? Like the bloggers there, hindi naman sila basta magpapakalan ng mga tao gumagawa na hindi maganda kung wala silang concrete evidence. And for that reason, hindi ko natin papalagpasin. And now that natapos na yung kampanya, today is the last day, I would like to assure dito sa district and to the Filipino people, being a representative of our district and representing our country, that we would file a libel case against this institution. And if I get re-elected on Monday, I will make sure that Congress will investigate this kind of unscrupulous, irresponsible people who are there to get paid and, sirain yung pangalan na kahit sino man. No one has the right to do that, Not even a normal person na hindi vlogger. No one has the right na sirain ang kapwa niya nang walang konkretong ebidensya. The allegations that were thrown at me, hindi lang naman against corruption, kahit personal kong buhay, kahit yung mga proyekto, programa ko at inuligsa niya na hindi naman totoo. She was doing public perception na paniwalain ang tao na ako'y masamang tao. That alone is libelous. Yung sisirain at yung lahat ng pagkatao. And definitely, I will make sure that this person gets what she deserves. Not only the courts of law that she will face, but the halls of Congress. Dapat harapin nila para matigil na yung mga ganitong klase ng tao.
Where do you get your strength?
Well, I get my strength basically from teaching. Ako naman is, always pray and, And siguro yung tagal ko na rin sa larangan ng political, maybe very, very strong. Every election kasi maraming paninira sa akin. So, ako kasama na to. Pero this one's different. Because I've been a counselor for 9 years. Not a single day, not even, no time that I was accused of corruption or anything. I am a very, very clean man. Sa konsel. For the first time, may tao gano'n tumayo para sirain ito natin.
Okay, let's go to the centerpiece of your campaign.
Yes.
Okay, how do you, gaano ka-passionate about what you want to happen not only sa district court, but sa buong Pilipinas, since national yung congress?
Yes, ito number one. Ako kasi very good. I'm a businessman. I'm a very realistic. So yung foresight ko, talagang mataas yung gusto kong mangyari sa distrito. Dito sa distrito ko, I dream of, having yung mga bagay na hindi lang pinapakilaman ng barangay. Like in Carlos Albert, ito yung tinatayo namin 225 million na gymnasium with auditorium.
Oh, that's a controversial
that was a controversial project. But it's a very nice project. The people who live there really appreciate it. Yung mga taga doon, hindi nag-iisip na masama. Yung mismong taga doon ang nagagalit sa mga nangyayari sa akin. Because they very well know before we started the project, alam nila yung phases na pagdadaan. Maayos na maayos po ito. And basically, not only that, we're building more public schools in this district. Basically, not only that, we approved the national law. That's what we call the anti-no permit no exam na pakikinabangan ng buong bansa.
And since District 4 is the center of the City of Stars, do you have any plans with regards to this? Yung very unique to sa District 4 yung pagiging City of Stars, yung pagiging center. So, meron ba kayong gagawin to make it more talaga para sa mga Pilipino, maging sa kanila, magkaroon sila ng awareness?
Well, basically, ang magagawa lang is to show off what we have in this district at other districts naman. But it's very basic naman dito lang. Ito naman tayo maglago na para may tulad sa studio, mga walk of fame doon. Wala naman talaga tayong plano gano'n. But this district is the most controversial district of all districts in Quezon City. This is a district of the former speaker sa Del Monte. Nandito naggalit lahat yung mga sikat na congressman. Former Mayor Mel Matay also started from this district. Sabi ko nga, right now we are on a different level compared to other districts. We built our own hospital. We have our own dialysis center. It's free. Walang binabayaran ng taong bayan. We are like a little Makati when the students receive free uniform, school shoes, and school bags. We're on a different level when it comes to public service in this district. And basically, that's how I deal when it comes to public service sa mga tao sa amin. Yung talagang tao pa rin.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Kung you've been a youth leader and now a congressman, may I ask, what are your plans for the youth, particularly for the employment or skill development? Are there any
Well,
pipelines?
basically, being the Vice Chairman of the Commission on Higher Education in the Congress, we have around 5,000 scholars in our district. But we're starting from scratch because during the previous administration, talagang wala kang kinabutan ng programa sa estudyante. So right now, what we're doing, step at a time, one step at a time. Lahat ng mga estudyante dito sa ating distrito, libre po ang bagong ulit sa passport. After we do that, na-normalize natin yun, then we have to sponsor scholars. Scholars so that the well-deserving students will get free education in our district. So, unti-unti po natin.
Congressman, I'm really lucky that I'm also in this district.
Oh.
I've had the notion that sometimes when politicians want to get known in our district, sometimes we just hear about them during election time. What do you do in order to be different from other politicians? Because you have a lot of projects that have been quite known with a lot of people. What are you doing differently, you think, versus other politicians?
Well, because other politicians, they just go down sa barangay level during the 45 days campaign or during the last 120 days so that their presence be felt by their constituents. But for me, I do it differently. I start from day one. As soon as I get, as soon as I start my work, July 1, I never stop working. And for that reason, sa 45 days campaign, I do not usually do the extensive campaign, that what we call extensive campaign. Some politicians, they do house to house, morning until evening. Kasi nagbabawid sila eh. They did not do that during the time na dapat sila magtrabaho. But ako, I always work for 3 years. So, campaign period, puro touch and go na lang ako. Like for example, this campaign, yung kalaban ko has been doing house to house for the last 60 days. I was just visiting that 5 barangays. Because I've been campaigning the whole 3 years while I was working. Kaya, yun yung ginagawa natin. Halos hindi ako nakampanya itong kampanya.
Okay, the future looks bright with regards to you being elected as congressman for this district. Do you have like certain plans that you want to do, like big projects? Can you give us like a rundown of what you plan to do in the next term?
Yeah, we need to build more hospitals. We need to build more dialysis centers. We need to do more human infrastructure projects that would make the lives of the people in our district better. We have to make laws and enact laws that would benefit the less privileged people in our country. We need to build more laws that would help our students, to give more power to our students. We need to help the society go back sa ating normal na po. So we have a lot of things to do more.
With regards to building hospitals, sir, where do you plan to put up one in particular?
We built a mini hospital along Eagle Villas in our building 2nd and 3rd floor now. It's an ambulatory care clinic wherein you get free of charge checkups, X-ray, 2D echo, ultrasound, blood tests, minor surgeries. And at the same time, the people for this we receive free medicines because we put up our own pharmacy of free of charge.
Where is this, sir?
It's along E. Rodriguez. It's MC Rillo building in front of Christ. Former It's our building that we rented, that we were rented.
It's pretty nice to know. I live also in the area, sir. In Barangay Kamuning lang po. But it's very near. But I didn't know about that. That we provide medical assistance.
That's the reason why we're really trying to get re-elected, because the people must, must know that we have these projects.
And also free medicine.
Free medicine, free everything. Delivery ni Setup, we have a pharmacy. As long as you have a blue card, kukunin mo na sa district office ko. Automatic, you get everything for free.
Alright. Thank you so much, sir. It's very nice to
I have a question. I'm also from District 4. So my question is,
Taga saan ka dito?
so my near GMA.
Ito na. Yeah.
So my question po, what message you want to convey for those still undecided? So since malapit na election, and bakit sa tingin nyo kailangan si Congressman yun sa...
Yeah, that's a very good question. Well, for me, I'm here to convince the people that are decided on who to vote for. Number one, track record. When it comes to enacting laws, I made two landmark laws. Number one, in terms of education sector, we made a law that would let yung honor students natin free of charge for the college exam test. Number two, the anti-no permit no exam law. And when it comes to human infrastructures, the previous administration hindi nagawa po natin. We have our own ambulatory care clinic. We have our own dialysis centers now, all free of charge. Wala po na noon, ngayon meron na. Our students, they do enjoy free school bags, uniforms, and shoes, just like in Makati. Your congressman now, sabi ko, I'm not a known person. Ang may nakakilala sa akin, yung distrito ko lang, ilang di pa ako kilala. But if they go out of my district, they don't know me at all. What more sa ibang lugar? I was voted as the number one congressman in the whole of NCR and number 3 sa buong Pilipinas because of my hard work. So I speak, when I speak to people, I speak sa track record, what I have done, what difference I have done in our district. And I would like to tell the people that I would intend to continue whatever I started. And for that, I would ask the support of our constituents to give me a second chance to be of service again to the Filipino people.
Thank you.
Competition time already that your constituents know itong dami mong nagagawa na hindi alam ng mga tao.
Yes.
Like ako, dito ako, District 4, Scout. Pero hindi ko alam na may mga ganyan, merong free uniform,
Yes.
hindi ko alam yung na merong ambulatory clinic, hindi ko alam yung tungkol dun sa
Free medicine.
mini hospital dito sa Iron. I think that it's time at maganda na mismong sa inyo malaman ng mga constituents yung mga nagawa mo, yung mga gagawin mo pa.
So, thank you dito lang. At least I was given the chance to explain the programs and projects. Even the people na tatangkinig sila na. Ito po yung first time na nangyari. Actually, iba pa dito, hindi pa nasabi. Sa aming district, lahat ng tao, basta ikaw ay may hypertension or diabetes, libre po ang gamot sa amin, dinideliver na amin. Tanggapan sa bahay-bahay gusto na.
Yes, nakita ko yan. Yung parang service na nag-iikot per barangay.
Yeah.
Magkakarating sa
Lahat yun. Mag-apply ka na sa kusina mo, wala ka mag-apply sa amin. We are attending to close to 30,000 people, families, to receive free medicine.
So, kailangan lang nila is
To go to my office, give their address and their medicine, and it will be delivered to their residence for 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, nag-deliver na. Plus, we have our own guarantee letters. Alam nyo, if you get to check our constituents now, yung mga constituents natin na may mga bypass operation, chemotherapy, halos wala nang binabayaran, just give them guarantee letters. Kasi na operasyon, kalahati million, isang million, sinasabit na po natin.
District 4 lang po talaga yun.
Opo.
Welcome po kayo.
But sir,
Tom, what do you kasi elections na sa Monday. And
tomorrow.
sa Monday, after you win,
By God's grace, I hope it.
ano ang mga plano mo pagkatapos mong panalo?
Just to work, work lang. Ipagpatuloy ko rin na simulan ko, plus add more. All work lang for the next 3 years again. Alam mo yung tao talaga, ako naniniwala ko yung tao, mahal ako. Mahal ako ng tao sa distrito namin. In spite of everything na pinagdaanan, this very controversial campaign that I've been through, still I maintain my strength because the people of our district believe in me. Kung wala akong ginawa, sigurado talo ko. It's a good thing. Marami akong ginawa. Alam ng tao yung track record. Because wala akong record whatsoever.
Kaya pala dinapatuhan ko ang dami mong okay. Pero kung paano naka-apekto sa inyo yung controversy at saka sa inyong pamilya?
Well, syempre mabigat din. But when you know that it is not true, you just continue. But, ang sinasabi ko, mahirap yung public perception. Yung public perception. It's a good thing that DCRH interviewed me last Thursday and I was able to explain my side. Because, alam mo, ito yung kalaban ko, talagang they invest more on social media. Mahirap dito when the anchors were trying to put me down and pull me down and talk bad things about me. There was no statement for fair news. We would like to invite Marvin Rio to air his side. Walang ganun eh. Talagang banat kagad. Ganito yan, masama yan, ganito ginawa yan, period. It's a good thing. Meron isang magaling na DCRH report na si KM. Nagsalita ko na, binanatan ako. Pero for fair journalism, we would like to invite Congressman Rio to air his side. That's the only way na nakapaliwanag ako after months of throwing stones at me. Doon lang ko napagpaliwanag yung first ko.
Kasi po napanood yung vlogger na girl na. Ang pinagmamalaki niya is, ini-invite daw po kayo niya para ma-air yung side niyo. Yun lang yung layo ng papanood at dami.
Alam niyo, kaya niya ako ini-invite para magkaroon siya ng material. Kasi doon siya binabayaran. Pag sinagot ko siya, magkakaroon siya ng material.
Maghahanap na naman
At taong ayaw tumanggap ng paliwanag kahit kailan, hindi ka makikita.
Pero kilala niyo po siya.
Hindi ko siya kilala.
Pero nalaman niyo po kung sino nasa likod mo.
Oo naman. Alam namin kung sino nasa likod namin. Actually, we have evidences on how they dealt with that person. We have all the evidence, and they will be presented in the courts of law after the election.
So kasama po sila sa inidiman?
Kasama po sila, isang grupo po sila. Lahat po yun hawak namin ng dokumento.
Bakit hindi ka nag-influence? Nagpa-interview din sa ibang influencer para i-share naman yung side.
Because if we do that, papalakilan yung issue. Ay, hindi naman totoo yung issue. Yun ang gusto nila. Kaya, pumatol ako. She was asking for a debate. Ba't naman diba? Hindi naman siya kandidat. Diba? Kaya gusto niya na material, mas babayaran siya dun. Pagkaroon siya na material, sabihin na kagad siya ko, pumatol. Ito dagdag bayad ko. Diba? Kita mo, nanahimik siya. Kung hindi mo pinatulad, mahimik ako. Tapos in-explain ko yung side ko sa ibang venue. Mahimik siya.
Sir, does it sometimes bother you that most of your detractors sometimes are also your personal friends or you know them personally?
Yeah, most of my detractors were once my close friends.
Yes. Kasi di ba maliit lang po yung...
They all started politics in my office. Yeah.
Kasi lalo na sir kung yung alam niyo yan, parang ang liit-liit lang din ng mundo ng politika sa Quezon City, lalo na sa District 4. And these people were some of the people that you once worked with.
Well, most of them, they worked under my office. They learned from me. And they thought that they would be better than me.
Do you feel that's crazy to
Well,
think?
no, it's part of politics, you know. In politics, you're not permanent friends, you're not permanent enemies, but one permanent influence. That's how politics go in our country.
Sorry. Sa District 4 din po ako. May disclaimer ako.
Di ba na? Ito na.
Ang disclaimer ko, 15 years na ako dito sa District 4. First time ko lang makakita ng politiko ng District 4. So, and to be honest, I'm quite dismayed sa idea na parang feeling ko, parang ang mga middle class, they are the ones who are getting neglected by the politicians. When in fact, kami naman ang nagbabayad sa inyo. Kasi amin yung taxes eh. So like me, for example, living in a condo, hindi ko talaga nararamdaman na may mga politicians palang nagmamanage. And I was quite surprised. Like, yun na nga yung may free medicine. Because 3K ang ginagastos ko kada buwan sa mga maintenance.
You could get it for free sa akin.
Hindi, pero paano? Yes, now I'm happy na I get to know that. Pero I think there's a problem in terms of letting all the residents know that there is, di ba? I could have saved a lot. Ang dami ko lang lalaki. Diba? 3K kada buwan, di ba? And I've been doing that for like 5 years. Parang ano kaya yung feeling nyo kailangan maayos? And then, kasi, kailangan kasi mapunta yung credit din sa inyo eh. Diba? For doing that. Yet, hindi nakikredit kasi hindi naman namin alam. Diba? Ano kayong pwede natin pang gawin with regards to that?
More of these kind of gatherings. Just to inform the middle class. Because there's no way that we could reach out to middle class by doing what we're presently doing right now. Our middle class, they all work 8 to 5. So before they get home, it's already night time. Then we start investing the rent at night. The next day you start working, we start working our district. So this is the best way, social media talaga, to reach out to our middle class. And of course, follow my page, Congressman Marvin Leo, to see what services we offer.
Pero in fairness, yung ginawa ko ng vlogger, kasi nga nung napasalakan ko sa Facebook, sobra yung pag-ano niya sa inyo. So, naging curious ako. Sino ba si Congressman Peter at dinala yung pagbalag niya? So, in one way or the other, parang nakatulong din siya. Oo, na para malaman ko sino nga po kayo.
Salamat, because yun naman ang magiging sa atin. Wala naman tayo masamang ginawa sa distrito natin. For the longest time, I was elected as the regular top-notch councilor in district. Diba? I won against the incumbent congressman. I was not even in the position where I won. It just shows that the people love me in our district. And basically, the people really don't believe the accusations thrown against them.
Mas priority na yan ay
That's very
education.
True. That's very true because andun ito sa district parang Amerika tayo. Sa Amerika, punta ka, libre ang lahat. Diba? Pag sa Amerika, libre sa kanak. May pamaong pa mga pampers, gatas, lahat.
Balak nyo hindi.
Ganun talaga yung healthcare. We have to fix our healthcare system in our country. That's my number one priority if I get re-elected. Yan na national level.
Sir, kaya mo na yung project of punta doon, kuryente, and sa tubig.
Kasi yun naman, ang project ko naman yun sa mga depressed area. Sabi mo, informal setting. Kasi if I do my rounds sa depressed area, kayo natin, the middle class, of course you enjoy the privilege of having your own electricity, having your own water system. Yun iniisip ko. Kasi siyempre, normal sa ano ba naman yan, meron pa talaga mga tao na nakikikabit ng linya ng tubig o nag-iikip ng tubig pero wala silang sariling linya ng tubig. walang kakayanan, dulot ng kahirapan, na magpakabit ng sarili nila. Alam niyo, ang may administration, sa ating district, kulang 10,000 pamilya ang pinakabit ng muna ng libre-libre ng
Dami.
alam niyo, kung nakakampanya ako, naglalakad ako. Naglalakad ako. Ang sinasagot sa akin ng tao, salamat po, salamat. Salamat, nakita niyo din yan. Congressman sa iyo, salamat.
Yung daw sila mo pa po.
Kaya hindi ako nahirapan mga palit. Meron, oo. Marami.
Saan dito sa district?
Ang marami po. Pumunta ka ng barangay on capital side. Pumunta ka ng barangay Tatalon.
Yan, sa area.
Pumunta ka ng barangay Porto. Ang dami pang... Alam niyo, having your own water meter is not a privilege. It's everyone's right. And if you cannot do anything about it, it basically says that the government must do something. Hindi na makasalanan ng tao na mahirap ito.
Sir, what would you like people in the 4th District to know? Basically, this is like the last day of campaigning.
Yeah.
What would you like them to know more?
Well, I want them to know that someone will stand by their problems. Alam nyo, dito, your congressman is a very, very principled person. I'm very proud that I voted for the impeachment against our Vice President. Not because I believe that she is guilty, no. I believe that the Filipino people deserves an explanation coming from the Vice President. That's it. And it's up to the court, it's up to our jury to decide whether she's guilty or not. Diba? Let's not deprive the Filipino people of that knowledge. That's it.
Kung may last question na lang po. On the other side naman, how do you have regular town hall meetings or consultation with residents, and how do you ensure that community voices are heard and included in your decision?
Yes, we do have our own consultations every year. Lahat ng homeowners dito, I invite them for lunch once a year. We do consultations what projects we should do. Because ako naniniwala ako, public service must be equal. Even though you belong to the CD or the AB class, dapat may service ka sila. Sa CD, may programa na ako, sa AB talaga mahirap. That's why I reach out to them through once a year get-together lunch.
So, do you have, malayo pa naman, pero do you have plans of running for other positions? Like mayor since last term na.
Trabaho lang po muna tayo dito lang and let the Filipino people decide whether kakagatin tayo sa ano ng posisyon or anything. But for me, concentrate more on helping to better the lives of our constituents and district.
Yeah, but I think Quezon City needs some value like
Thank you very much. But of course, when they call on me, I'll always be ready.